Hey guys, I want to show off my character creation tool that I've been working on. Um, so I wanted to move forward after 1.0 of Project Evolution, and in order to do that, I needed to clean up my prefabs, my project structure, all this nonsense. Um, but I needed a way. So throughout that process of cleaning it up, I was trying to figure out a way to dynamically create characters that just are able to be created and exist in the world. And so things got pretty complex when it came to that, especially in terms of future proofing it. And so, kind of an editor tool or custom code needed to be created. Prefabs weren't enough, so I had to take this route. And so I wanted it to take the role of kind of splitting it into layers. You have your data layer, which is the scriptable object, and then you have the creation logic, and then you have the actual character logic. And they all work nicely together. So just taking a quick run through the data points. You got like character name, you got the model, you got the animator controller, you got the controller, you have the option to animate movement, you have the option to have health or not have health, set its value, is the player even killable when he reaches 0 health, do you even want max health? If so, yeah. And then you have the option to display the overhead health, and you can do that through either just a simple number or a slider and some numbers. And that overhead health displays above their character model. And then animate on health decrease. Just when this value decreases, play an animation. And then this is the randomizer component for that, as I have like 4 take damage animations. And then you have targeting manager. Does he even want to have a target? Maybe he's just an NPC that sits there and gives you a quest. And then you can even toggle the auto attack, because maybe he's just a healer. Maybe he just heals you or his teammates. But then if you have an auto attack, it's another prefab that exists here. And so you plug this scriptable object into this editor tool, and you press create, and a bunch of code runs, sets up based on all those configurations, all of this. So let's take a look here. We can see he's in the scene. He's got his overhead health, he's got his model, he's got his collider. So let's press play. Let's check him out in game. Just through the creating a scriptable object and setting up this config, I've been able to create a character in my game. Now, obviously, a lot of work needs to be done still. A lot more configuration options. But I'm very proud of this. So the other cool thing is currently it's only done through an editor window. However, through like my enemy spawners, those originally just referenced a prefab. Like if I were to drag this guy in here and make a prefab of it, excuse me, If I were to make a prefab of it, and I would drag that in here, it would create them. That's currently the setup. However, in the future, in the very near future, this group enemy spawner script is going to be able to reference the scriptable object and run this code. The only difference here, the limitation there is my code uses editor scripting specifically, just because that's how this code started out. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, so there's, specifically speaking, it's dealing with like the events. So you see Unity event tools. So that only exists in the editor namespace. So I just kind of have to swap those out when using in-game code to like just on value decrease.add listener, because these need to be persistent listeners when you're working in the editor window. So yeah, there's tons of potential for this tool. I hope it's garnered some interest. I would love some feedback. I just want to hear from you guys. I want to get your opinions on this project, and where it's going. And hopefully you can help steer it as well. So thanks for listening and watching. Have a nice day.